Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for closing. Why? Cause they know I go again and go again. And when they get it dry, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team, they ready to go again. Running into us, we'll gladly send you home again. Yo, we don't talk, better know the grind, gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't play with my name cause I know that it rings. They want my spot at the top with the crown and they ask who's the rocket. I tell them it's me. I'ma always win.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a stream, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Another Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And sometimes we go live at 11 p.m. when Bitcoin breaks all-time highs. Unbelievable. Guys, we are finally seeing an actual all-time high here. However, I want to bring you guys the real analysis. Are we about to see a massive move up for Bitcoin? Obviously, we have some things going on tomorrow. We got FOMC. There's a lot of news catalysts, and we were expecting this volatility to come in pretty heavily. But I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't think it was going to be all-time high coming in like that. But first off, guys, shout out to Golden for gifting those Frankie Candles memberships, gifting 50 Frankie Candles memberships, and we got Rodrigo dropping another 50. I think Golden gifted 100, and Golden with another 100 memberships. Oh my God, guys, Mrs. Candles is gonna kill me. Mrs. Candles is going to kill me for screaming in this studio right now. But shout out to Golden, guys. Drop that golden emoji if you just got a membership for our boy Golden to show him a nice thank you for those memberships. That's 150 memberships already. Shout out to Golden. Shout out to Rodrigo. I appreciate you guys. We even got Tony D gifted memberships. And I think that's it. I think we got everybody. If I missed somebody, let me know in the chat. Tony, make sure we show them appreciation. Thank you guys so much. But we're here at 11 p.m., guys, to cover this price action as we saw this election volatility get crazy. Bring us up to these all-time highs. Are we about to see that massive move on Bitcoin? As you guys know, you guys have been updated on my plan, how I've been trading this. We were in the short position and holding the long literally from the local bottom, waiting for either the long to get stopped out and have the short print, or have the short stopped out and have the long print, which wound up being the situation. So let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. I'm going to cover everything, let you guys know what I'm looking at, and maybe we'll even look at some potential higher targets for Bitcoin if we do make some serious all-time highs. But again, as Bitcoin pumps, guys, control the FOMO, control the emotions, and listen to the chart. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's go. So here we are, guys. Here we're on Bluffin. Well, there's the trade, guys. This was up like $600 before the stream, now up $2K. I already locked in a bunch of profits on this. Unfortunately, I closed most of this trade, so a lot of this trade is already locked in profits. But we let that little winner run here, and as you guys can see, my stop loss, I'll just move this for a second. My entry here was literally at the bottom with the premium Discord here, and this winner wound up absolutely flying. We did hit a final TP here. However, took that profit, moved our stop loss to break even, as you guys just saw. Well, I just moved it back out. I will put that back. But, moving that stop loss to break even for a guaranteed winning trade, saying, hey, if price runs, we'll let that little extra money sitting in that trade make us a little extra, $1,500 while I ate dinner. Here we are. Let me go ahead and move that back to break even, just, in case something something crazy happens here. But let's go ahead and pull up the charts here and talk about what we got going on here. Now, as you guys know, look at the memberships coming in like crazy. Shout out, Golden Rodrigo, you guys are absolutely savage. Tony D, you're a savage. Thank you so much for doing that, guys. If you just got a membership, drop that golden emoji. You'll have access to special emojis here. Drop those golden emojis in the chat, and we call that a golden waterfall, not to be confused with a certain type of shower. But anyway, drop those emojis in the chat. But let's go ahead and break down this price action, guys. Now, as you know, we had come up here, swept a bunch of liquidity above the high, got that return back into our value area high, and once we got back underneath here, we were looking for that move back down to the POC of the range. We wound up getting that, and that is exactly, as you guys just saw on Blowfin, that is exactly where we wound up seeing that bounce come in, right? We looked for the long setup here. We knew this was going to be the key level to hold, and, more importantly, to be quite honest, guys, actually, we talked about this earlier tonight on the live stream at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about how important this $67,000 POC is. It's been the POC of the range for 7 months now, and even if you drag this volume profile over to the left and incorporate all these lower candles, that POC is rock solid at 67K. And we kind of talk about how when you get below those value areas, get stuck under that high, the next likely place for price to go is that POC. We absolutely nailed that move. Took the long, which wound up being the bottom. A lot of people say, Frankie, how are you always long from the tippy bottom? And the truth is, guys, the actual TP for this trade, do I still have it? Yeah. So the original kind of trade idea here, or the final TP for this trade, was to bring it up to the value area high, where we also then had the short setup which let me see if I can pull that up. We have that short setup from here, which wound up actually playing out pretty nicely at first. And then, during the live stream, I was sitting in the long in massive profits locked in, and then sitting in that short as well, just waiting for one of these to get stopped out. And I did, honestly, guys, I did prefer to see the short play out first, only because I had to take a small loss on this in order to have the long continue to play out. If we had the short play out, I would have made a bunch of money on this long and made money on the short. But again, not a big deal. We get stopped out for a small loss, and then we wind up letting that winner run, and now this long is absolutely up here. And again, I do have a lot of that profit locked in already, but we let that little bit left in there run for the highs. And that's just the beauty of trading, guys. You don't always have to be right? And I always say, when I am wrong, I am happy to say it. And, granted, we were right here for a little bit. We wound up not seeing that play out in full, and we wound up getting stopped out. But again, if you trade correctly, or the way that we like to trade in the Mafia, you play both sides of the coin. You wind up winning either way, especially if you're locking in those profits and moving your stop losses. Shout out to Golden. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. He said, Frankie, don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. He never came back. Yo, shout out to Golden. He never came back, lol. LFG Mafia making big money today. Shout out to Golden. He's probably got like a $75 million long in. So shout out to Golden, bro. We appreciate you so much. And who else? Did someone else gift? Yo, Rodrigo. Shout out to Rodrigo gifting some more memberships here. Shout out to Rodrigo. Thank you so much. I didn't know if I hit the button there. Yo, you guys are unbelievable. That's like, I don't know how many new members in the last like 10 minutes here, but you guys are absolutely insane. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for supporting and giving back to the Mafia and supporting the Frank Candles YouTube channel as well. But guys, this is what we're looking at here, and obviously getting that big move, breaking the all-time high, getting that crack of that $74,000 ATH, and then pushing up here to about, I had it written down here so I didn't have to actually like stare at the screen. Unbelievable, guys. We got notebooks with passwords on them now. We are living in the future. But yeah, 75,341 is the all-time high here on this candle. Unbelievable. And the question is, guys, are we going to get that big rip up, that continued big move up? And if we do, what kind of levels can we look at? Well, first, I just want to talk about this. Part of the thesis here, as, I never really, make a call on Bitcoin, even if the TA calls for it. We always keep in mind the opposite end of the coin, because obviously we make money whether the price is going up or down. But, as we deviated above here, and we also had a short here from the Discord, from the top up here. But once you come down to this value area high, if you get stuck underneath, you look to go to the POC. But if you hold support, sometimes price likes to come test that value area high before getting the bigger breakout. Now, if you don't do that, the reason this POC was so important is because if you don't get the bounce off the value area high, this is that next major level that sometimes price likes to come back down and retest before getting the big move up. You'll see that a lot with volume profiles on all different time frames. Sometimes you'll get the breakout, and then you'll come back in to test that POC one more time, and then you get that, the courage or the power to absolutely explode out of that range. And I do want to just give you guys, I want to approach it a little bit of caution here. Obviously, we've seen the pump. This is exciting. I wanted to celebrate the new all-time high with the Mafia. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. We'll celebrate it tomorrow as well. Hopefully, we're not celebrating a gigantic dump. But we're not getting overly excited here. Like I said, my long position is down here from the bottom. This is not where I would be FOMOing into long position. So the emotions are going to be creeping in. Please use that as an opportunity to feel the emotion and do not act on them. Can you gamble on moves to the upside? Absolutely. You'll get lucky once in a while. Put a bunch of money on a trade. Hope that you catch on the move. Grab onto that candle and ride it up. But oftentimes when you're feeling like you're getting that FOMO, it is typically too late. Now, again, could you enter here and, maybe we just get another break to the upside? Potentially, right? But I want to talk about the upper targets as well as kind of what can happen here. Now, as you guys know, let me go ahead and see here real quick. I want to pull up the liquidation heat maps because, as you guys know, not only did we look for Bitcoin to come up and sweep the liquidity that we had sitting above here, we actually had another pocket of liquidity sitting right at about $75,000. And it did look like as we got up here and continued to push to the upside, we got those liquidations to come in and give us that extra little wick to the upside, which is great. Right? We got the all-time high. We got the big candle to the upside. Now, again, remember, this is based off very, very crazy news, right? This is the election day. The volatility was to be expected here. So just keep in mind that, we had this liquidity up here. Let me go ahead and point this out for you guys. Okay, there we go. So you guys can see here, at about $74,000, we have that big, thick boy block of liquidity sitting at about 74.4. We came up, got those liquidations to trigger. Now, although these liquidation levels do act as support and resistance as you guys can see here, it oftentimes it's very important to realize that when you come up into these liquidation levels, you will tap into them, and then as those shorts get liquidated, you will get those extra pushes to the upside, which is pretty much what we saw here, right? Coming up to 75.3, we pushed into this liquidity, got those liquidations to push us above here, which is great. It is nice to see. However, we do have to be careful that we don't just wind up getting an SFP of the high here with a liquidity grab, and then, not necessarily that this means that we're going to get a huge dump, but we could wind up getting a pullback from here, right? Which is why I don't like longing at the highs. Anytime you guys see me in a long, it's almost never, right? I would guarantee you it's never happened, and, very rare that it will happen, that, you're going to see me enter a long on a big green candle like this. It's always going to be when price is going down that we are looking for the longs, and when price is coming up that we are looking for the shorts. Now, I am not in a short position just yet, but I will say, right, it's usually times like this where I'm looking for shorts, and people are like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? He's bearish. We just broke all-time highs. And it doesn't mean that I'm bearish for zero. It just means that, typically we're going to get some kind of pullback here. And when you trade, long and short the markets like we do in the CandleMafia, you can make money whether you go up or down. So it's always an opportunity, which brings me to my next point. If you are not in a long position like we are down here, right, and you're feeling FOMO, just understand Bitcoin moves all the time. If you miss this move, you can catch this move. You miss this move, you catch this move, right? So just don't feel, it doesn't matter. If you miss this move, if I was not in a long position here, I wouldn't care, right? Because I know, once we get up here, I could either catch a short or look for a long on a higher low and continue to the upside, right? And then catch that long. There's always going to be another move. You're not if you're long in, especially leverage trading, you're not trying to catch the low for the all-time high for 100K or whatever, what have you, right? You just need that volatility either up or down, right? So there's always opportunity on the chart. So try to tame those emotions. And, if you're gambling, man, have at it, have fun. Just understand it's very risky and not really sustainable over time. But let me just pull up OBS here so I can make sure you guys can see everything. Okay, so we came down, we tested the POC, and we indeed did get that big break to the upside, right? This is kind of what I was hoping for, because I was really hoping we were, although the TA was potentially pointing towards this, I don't want to come back down here, guys. I want to just get out of here and do something different. We've been in this range for 7 months, and this is very nice to see. However, I am going to be watching like a hawk. I mean, not for much longer because I got to get to bed soon, but I will be watching this like a hawk because, again, we came up, we swept that liquidity. We may be ready for a pullback here. Now, coming on over to the daily, pulling up Lux Algo real quick. As you guys know, what has been keeping us bullish in the long term here, even with this pull to the downside, as we were looking for that short, we were saying, hey, based off this market structure, bullish change of character, candlesticks turn green, you put in a higher low, a higher high, you break that structure to the upside. Once that happens, you are favoring the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. You're looking for lackluster pullbacks, for higher lows, and continuations up, breaking the structure, right? Lackluster pullbacks, higher lows, and continuations to the upside. Now, heck yeah, we were prepared to take that short and ride it down in case that trend changes, right? Because the trend's not going to go up forever, right? Eventually, you're going to get a pullback, and you're going to get that trend to go back down. But overall, this market structure is very clean, right? Even on this pullback, we were saying, nothing really too crazy has happened, right? We haven't broken any market structure, and that's where these lows came into play. Hey, if we don't break these lows, we are going to be looking for higher lows and continuations up. Obviously still taking stabs at the shorts, capitalizing on those small moves. And then if they wind up turning into big moves, it's kind of what happened with this long position, right? We looked for the little move, and then it wound up turning into a big move. But with that being said, guys, we are still bullish here on the daily with the market structure looking pretty good. However, the fact that we swept this liquidity up here, I will be watching this all-time high. We could potentially, if we SFP this wick, coming on over to the 1 hour, we didn't get it on the 1 hour, which is nice. 4 hour didn't get it. That's nice. It would have to be a higher time frame SFP. But yeah, we're going to be watching this. If we wind up losing this level, we may be able to get a pullback. But right now, your key levels of support are going to be, right now, you are out of your macro volume profile once again. Once you break below the high, you look to go to the POC. This is your key level of resistance. We are now out of there. So now this is your key level of support. If we pull back, this is going to be the level you do not want to get back below. And actually, I would love to see here. Let me pull up this chart, because I believe we actually have a slightly different volume profile on this live stream chart with a slightly different value area high. Yeah, it's not that much different. But yeah, I'll just take this one. But yeah, that's going to be your key level of support to the downside, $70,150. I don't know if we're going to pull all the way back down there. I want to give you guys some local levels as well. I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Entry zone, bada boom. Yeah, and you do have your golden pocket confluence down there as well. So if we do wind up pulling back, this is going to be the big zone to look at. I'll draw this as a box just so you guys have the levels before I head to sleep here. I had to get the Mafia the information here. Tony, I was talking to Tony D, and it's like, oh man, do we wait till tomorrow? I was like, all-time highs, I don't know, maybe. We didn't know what to do, and I just said, Screw it. We'll do it live. Mrs. Candles, guys, I'm going to be single after this. I'll tell you that much. Mrs. Candles probably like jump. What is he doing out there? Oh my God. It's 11 o'clock, Frankie. Go to sleep. But yeah. Let's see. Okay, so continuing on. This is going to be the key level of support. Let's pull that up on longs. And be careful, guys. We have FOMC. We have a lot of things that can happen here. Either more volatility to the upside or a rip back to the downside. Anything is really on the table here. I'm going to pull up market cipher B and show you guys kind of the bullish case. We do have a nice bullish 1/16th market cipher B strategy playing out. That's what I'm going to be looking at. But yeah, this zone here, 70,200 to 69,719. That's your golden pocket value area high confluence. And then that 786 comes in at about 68,624. It's going to be another key level to look at. So I'll even put a little box there just so we know that's key support. But yeah, bullish market structure on the daily continuing to the upside. You're looking for those breaks of structure to the upside as long as that trend is bullish, or at least you're thinking that is probably going to be the more probable outcome in the long term. So yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Let me go ahead and take a look at the money flow here. Now, if you guys watched the live stream at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will know what we were looking for. As we were saying, like, guys, I pray into the crypto gods that we could just, please, for the love of God, just get out of here, right? Was in the short and the long, and although I did kind of hope I would have rather the short play out. I was still hoping, I don't care about the short, screw my short, just get us out of here somehow. And it does look like we were able to do that. But one of those things that we were going to be looking at specifically, right? Not just because we felt bullish, right? There's always going to be a reason on the chart. Daily green dot with our 90-minute money flow coming to the upside. This is still looking pretty saucy right now. Now, we're a little bit overbought here. We just got a big move to the upside. But this money flow crossover into the green on the 90-minute may be able to give us an idea. Even if we pull back, if we see that 90-minute money flow cross back over into the green, we may be able to put some higher lows in and then continue to the upside. I'm going to show you those higher targets in just a second. But before we do that, I want to talk about the potential downside, right? Because it's always going to be there. Now, I will say, daily green dot looking pretty good. This could easily continue us to the upside. Bullish market structure on the daily, that looks pretty good. 2-day green dot is now printing. Not confirmed, but it is printing. And again, with the high volatility, not impossible to see this unprint. Things are going to flip-flop around. Please be careful out there. I even warned this on the market update earlier this morning. Be careful. The volatility is likely to be crazy to the downside, to the upside, and that's exactly what we got, right? So be careful if you're not an experienced trader. But the 3-day green dot now printing, right? 4-day red dot has now disappeared. Now, again, tomorrow, whatever happens, could wind up, who knows, right? This red dot could come back, but it is nice to see that unprint on that big move to the upside. So, as we look at that, again, not the time to long, in my opinion. Can you gamble? Yeah, maybe. Could you win? Maybe. Not something I'm doing. I am doing a lot of things here, but looking for a long right here is not what I'm doing, right? Not long in the top. My longs are always going to be on pullbacks when price is dumping. So I have to wait for some kind of consolidation. I have to wait for some kind of pullback. I need to wait for some kind of structure here so I can, identify what is going on and then find an entry into a long, or maybe even look for a short entry from the top. So this is a let the dust settle situation. Let the long continue to pay us out if we continue up. I will take more profits on that as well, and then potentially look for new shorts, but not here. We need some kind of, you got to let the dust settle. Very, very hard to call up here. So, but yeah, flipping, let's see if we can flip that all-time high to support. Now, on the lower time frames, it's still not really that much price action to look at. The only bearish confirmation that I could really see here, or we'd have to go down to the 1 minute or the 3 minute to even get a range pull on this. And then even at that point, it's not that much, to look at. 1 minute, not really to look at. 3 minute, oh my God, bear div on the 3 minute, right? But I wouldn't really, I would be letting this kind of dust settle. But if we do come down, I will say this. We do have some kind of support underneath us now, being that, not only do we have this big level, this is pretty far away now, but what I will be looking at, guys, is going to be this little range that we had up here that helped us. Look for this lower high before the continuation back into the range and the move down to the POC. Value area high POC, undefeated. I don't want to say undefeated. It's not 100%. I got to be careful with that. But, overpowered, I should say. But, yeah, this naked volume profile down here is something that we can look at as support here, right? So if we do wind up getting a pullback, this is probably going to be the levels you want to look at. POC, value area low, value area high, right? So if we do wind up getting some kind of a pullback here, a little bada boom, bada bing, this is going to be my guide to the move down if we get a pullback, right? And again, crazy volatility this week, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. It could go either way. But that'll be what I'm looking at. Value area high coming in at 73K. POC coming in at 72,330. Value area low coming in at 71,545. So yeah, we got to pull back. You can look for support on the value area high. And then, can we pull some local fibs? Maybe. This is basically just up in a straight line at this point. So, to pull this, it's kind of hard to find a swing low to pull that from. But yeah, this POC might be a good level, right? Bada boom. This could be a key level of support, right? Come back in, similar to what we did here. Come back into the range, test the POC. That would be a place I'd be willing to look for a bounce. And then the value area low would just be, again, I don't want to make this too complicated with the fib pulls, the volume profiles. We're just looking to come back into this range. If we break below this value area high, we'll look to go to the POC. We break below the POC, we look to go to the value area low. And the confluence is important, right? We don't have confluence on the value area high. We do on the POC and the value area low. So those are the levels I'll look at on the way down, right? So we have to cover that. Now, are there any super, super bearish things on markets like for B? 6-hour money flow, if this could be a fake out into the green potentially. But again, I'm letting the dust settle here, guys. I'm not really trying to make any huge calls. We got that nice long to play out. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at on the way to the downside. I do have to try to keep this somewhat brief. Unbelievable. Yo. Shout out to 38 Racing. Thank you for getting that membership, bro. Welcome back to the family. And shout out to Golden. Unbelievable, bro. This is Kansas, guys. I am going to be single. I am going to be single, guys. It is... I'm gonna be single, guys. I'm gonna have to go live all day, every day, 24/7 live streams because Mrs. Candle's gonna leave me after this. I can promise you that. She is probably going to be pissed. She's gonna be like, who is he screaming at? He's never screaming at people this late. Let's see. Golden said, zoom into the heat map, then pull your fib. You'll see it. Yo, shout out to Golden. Zoom into the heat map and pull your fib. Is that a is that secret code, Golden? Let me know in the chat. Is that secret code? Zoom in. It'll be okay, Frankie. Shout out to Richard. Yeah, shout out to Golden, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Golden going wild tonight. Zoom into the heat map and pull your fib. Golden, you're wild, bro. You're wild. Tony D said, too many gifts for me to keep track. Chat. Yo, shout out to Tony D. Yeah, Tony D, the gifts are popping tonight. Whole lot of new members. Yeah, everybody is green again. This is unbelievable. But yeah, where's the next spider line to the upside? Let's pull up the spider lines really quickly, guys. Shout out to Beef Boy. Smell like beef. You guys know that Vine? I'm probably the only one that knows that. Is it crazy that being on Vine used to be the hip thing? Now I feel like it ages me when I say I know what Vine is. Yo, Golden said, blame it on me. Golden made me do it. Shout out to Golden, bro. That is the new thing. Golden made me do it 100%. I don't even think Mrs. Candles will question that. She'll be like, oh, Golden? Yeah, it's all good. Screw it. I don't care. As long as Golden said it's cool. But yeah, let me go ahead and pull up the spider lines here really quickly, guys, because thank you for saying that, Beef Boy. I appreciate you because that is going to be, those spider lines are going to be very, very useful on the way to the upside. And the reason I say that is because when you have spider lines, when you have, when you're in price discovery, right, which, technically we were in for 0.5 seconds, but we basically came up to that next spider line, right? We basically came up and tapped this. Front ran it by a couple of dollars. But that next spider line to the upside is sitting at about 75,352. So, again, maybe if we push back up, this is going to be a big level. If we can flip that to support, maybe able to give us a big move, and I guess, hey, screw it. Up to our next target. I didn't even mean to pull up this same chart that I was going to bring up next. But our next target, guys, if we go into price discovery and things really just start to give us God candles to the upside, that next big target I would be looking at is going to be, now there is going to be levels locally before this, but I'm just saying the next big level is going to be target number 1 sitting at 81,620. I am not saying this is going to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to happen the next day or next week or next month. I'm just saying if we get that big pump and we really start to take off here, 81,620 is the next larger key level to the upside. 76K, this linear spider line could be a more local level to look at, 76,723. I'll actually go ahead and label this spider line because I don't always keep them on my chart. And it is a linear spider line, so it is going to be nice to kind of have that marked out. Yeah, so this might be a nice little level of resistance for us. And the reason this is nice, guys, with the spider lines is simply because when you look at, when you're in price discovery and you can't look left for your support or your resistance, you have to look at things that project into no man's land, right? Price discovery. So spider lines will do that, right? let me go ahead and change this to resistance, right? So, when we look left, right, we could say, hey, that all-time high might act as resistance. But once you get above that, there's nothing to look at other than spider lines and Fibonacci extension levels. So that's where these targets are starting to come from. So, yeah, we will have levels before that. But 81,620 is going to be kind of that next big level. But maybe we come up here, play around with these levels, bada boom, bada bing, hit that linear spider line, play around with this spider line, flip that level, maybe able to get a bigger move up. So that would kind of be the next targets to the upside if we're feeling really bullish. But we got to be careful, right? Again, I am not longing the top here. Can we still come up? Sure. Anything can happen. This is crypto. Of all markets, right? Any market is unpredictable, right? But crypto especially can go crazy, which is, again, why we like to, long and short. We, whether this pumped or dumped tonight, we were going to make money, right? And we are. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at to the upside and the downside, guys. I want to try to keep this a little bit short and sweet as much as I can. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Shout out to Crypto Owl. No problemo, bro. I do it because I love it, man. I do it because I love it. We need to go to sleep. Shout out to International. Yes, so do I. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so let's see here. Jolly Crypto Guy says 80K. Yeah, I mean 80K psychological will probably be a kind of an area you would want to stop off at on the way up. And it also depends. These trend up over time, right? So 80K, depending on how quickly we get there. These spider lines might come into play. But yeah, 80K, big psychological levels will always. That's actually a good point. That's another way you could try to find supportive resistance when you can't look left to your price action. Psychologicals are always going to be good levels to look at as well. Shout out to Golden, bro. Unbelievable, bro. Yo, Golden, you are ridiculous, bro. Absolutely insane. Gifted another 50 Frankie Candles membership. Somebody get this guy an award. Somebody get Golden an award, bro. Thank you so much for doing that, bro. And thank you. Shout out to the Mafia, guys. Start that Golden waterfall. Let's break the chat, guys. Let's get the chat rate up to 400. I think that's our record. Let's get the chat rate up to 400. Spam that. Tony, take it off slow mode and spam this Golden emoji as fast as you guys possibly can. I repeat, at Tony, turn off slow mode and let the Mafia fly with those Golden emojis. Let's see how fast we can get this chat to move. But real quick, guys, I do want to cover a couple of altcoins while you guys spam those emojis. I do want to cover something real quick because we looked at WIF on the live stream a couple of hours ago. And let me actually come back over to my current chart because this is a secret chart shared with the premium Discord. Chat going insane right now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Leave it to Golden to appear during an all-time high and start raining memberships on people. Shout out to Golden, bro. You are the absolute GOAT, bro. But, yeah, let's get that chat rate up. Spam that Golden emoji, guys. 142. We're hitting that 142 chat rate. Let's go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I do want to take a look at Wick here. Wick. Shout out to Wick589. I do want to take a look at WIF here real quick. Pull it up on this chart here. Bada boom. Take a look at WIF. Because we looked at this on the live stream last night as we were stuck between two value areas, guys. And what were we looking at? This is not it. Was it not this chart? Hold up. Was it the live stream chart? What chart were we looking at? Was it this chart? Guys, we're lost here. It's after. Oh, there we go. And actually, can't make it up. We actually front ran the level I was looking at, but now we're hitting it. So, yeah, we came down into this value area high, and then we were looking for a potential bounce. Where was your key level of resistance, a.k.a. your target, up to your value area low of the previous range? If we can get WIF to get a move, yo, unbelievable. Chat is going nuts. 133 chat rate. Let's go. This is a weird stream. We don't have too many people in here, but we are cracking. We are cracking that. We are cracking that chat rate. Let's see. New all-time high incoming. Let's go. Can we do it? Not Dave Digital's alt account. Frankie Candles. Let's go. Shout out to Not Dave Digital's alt account. What's going on, bro? Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. But yeah, as we look here, guys, on WIF, you flip this value area low, will open up the door to potentially move up towards your POC. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a secondary push to the upside here. And there we go. See if we can do it. See if we can push up again. See if we can push up again. Shout out to Lucho. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Said, Cluck. We're streaming your stream on Billy Goat Tales. Inception. Shout out to Billy Goat Tales. Am I echoing? Shout out to Billy Goat Tales and Crypto Pollo. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, the Biomax in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. He said hashtag Givers Game is streaming live and streaming your channel, bro. Yo, shout out to the Biomax, bro. That's so weird. Is there a delay? Hopefully I don't say, if I say anything bad, you guys can cut it via the delay. Yo, shout out to Crypto Billy and Billy Goat Tales. Let's go. Shout out to the Biomax and Crypto Pollo. Let's go. And Pollo, I think you're in town, aren't you? I think you are. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin has more gains than ETH. Absolutely. Rodrigo with another 50. Frankie Candles memberships. Unbelievable. Rodrigo, what is going on? Yo, Rodrigo must be smashing the trades. Guys, these memberships are not cheap. Shout out Golden and Rodrigo in the chat for giving away to the Candle Mafia. Unbelievably generous. Hashtag Givers Gain. Speaking of Crypto Billy and Billy Goat Tales, unbelievable. Shout out to Golden says, smash that like button for Frankie, y'all. Real-time updates are the best. Shout out to Golden. Thank you so much for saying that, bro. And yeah, run up the like button, guys. Smash that up. Break it. Hit it with your elbow. Headbutt it. Touch it with your butt. I don't care what you do. I'm not looking. Just click it. Just click it if you like these urgent updates. But yeah, shout out to Golden and Rodrigo. Rodrigo, bro, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I'm talking to you directly, bro. But yeah, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. But yeah, Whiff getting that nice move into our next key level, getting a little pullback there. This is going to be resistance until proven otherwise. But you get above that level, could open up the door. Taking a look at ETH. Now, obviously, guys, ETH. Let me pull up the October chart here, even though it's not the October chart anymore. Pulling up Ethereum. Man, the TA is crazy, guys. Now, obviously, as long as we were just looking at ETH not that long ago, saying, hey, as long as we remain within this volume profile, we are either going to look for move down to the POC, lose the POC, go back down to the low, and if we do get a pump, your key resistance is going to be that value area high / golden pocket retracement confluence that you have right here. What happens? You get the push up into your key level of resistance. If we could break out here, let me see this. Yeah, if we can get above this golden pocket, guys, at $2,700 on ETH, that is going to be where we're looking up to the 786. Break the 786, that's your doorway to higher prices on Ethereum. But there you go. Just seeing the levels tapped. And, you know, maybe if we get another rejection tomorrow, again, it's going to be very volatile this week. Hopefully, we could just get impulses to the upside. But if it gets volatile to the downside, we're just simply within our volume profile. This is the beauty of the volume profiles, guys. They give you a guide into where price is likely to go next. So you're not panicking, right? It's like, oh, my God, we're pumping. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to get resistance? I would sit on my hands and wait for the key level to come in, right? Which is clearly going to be the value area high. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful there. Now, on Ethereum, you know, your money flow crossover into the red here on the 10-hour. With that red dot looking to print on the weekly, it honestly doesn't look super good. But, you know, again, we're getting that nice pump. But, again, this is also off the election volatility. Baby, come on, push it, Bitcoin. Let's go. Shout out to Dwayne Hooper says, TA God, hit that like button. Yo, shout out to Dwayne Hooper. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you, man. And we'll take a shout out to DJ Meat Missile, bro. One of the best names in the game. Yeah, we'll take a look at Dogecoin right now. We'll be back. Shout out to the Bionic Mexican, bro. He changed his name from Biomex to the Bionic Mexican. Another goated name in the space here. But yeah, we'll take a look at Goat. I guess we could. Goat's like a meme coin, I think. But yeah, shout out to Dwayne Hooper. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. And Golden says 420 likes, then 50 more memberships. Shout out to Golden. You heard the man. Smash up that like button. 420 is one of our favorite numbers here. So, you know, it's that lucky like goal. It is that lucky like goal. So let's go ahead and can't sleep too much pump. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do. I was sitting at my desk, and I was like shaking. I was like, oh, my God. So we had to go live, guys. We had to go live. I don't know how I have this energy this late at night. It's also 1,000 degrees in the studio right now. I don't know why. Golden is snapping. Yeah, shout out to International. But, yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Dogecoin. And, yeah, guys, I'll be honest with you. During tomorrow's Fed meeting, if they wind up doing a 0.25 point raise or a 50 basis point raise, if they change it to 50, I don't know, guys. Tomorrow might be crazy. Like, I mean, even if it comes in lower, like I know that the estimation is like almost, I think it's like never wrong, right? Like whatever the odds are is like it always winds up being that. So it's gonna be at least apparently at this point it's like 91% last time I checked, or last time someone told me in the chat 91% of 25 basis points. If they make it 50. God candles. If it's 25, I don't know. Maybe that's already priced in. If it's lower, absolute Goblin Town. So again, if you are new to trading, please, for the love of God, approach with caution here, guys. Approach with caution. But let's go ahead and pull up Dogecoin really quickly. Take a look at what we got going on here. Let me actually pull it up. Oh no, this is. I mean, hey, we have our lower range. Breakout, retest of the prior range. This is what we were looking at last on Dogecoin. Yeah, down here, that was the retest of the prior range, and then that is where you look for the move up. We were, last time we looked at Dogecoin, I believe we were tapping our head here on that value area low or approaching the value area low, saying, hey, if you get above that value area low, look to flip it to support. I mean, we tried. Lost it, and then finally got it, flipped it to support, up to the POC, up to the value area high, bing-bonged around, and now we are breaking out. You're getting above that 786, which is not too shabby. Not too shabby there. Breaking that 786. Could be looking for some more upside on Dogecoin. What would be the next levels to the upside? Very simply put, if we could just hide all this, which we luckily can, thanks to TradingView's hide feature. I'll just get rid of this here, right? And just so you guys see that, right? Retest of the prior range high. Like, that is the important level, right? You get the breakout. What do we say on Bitcoin, right? You get the breakout. Sometimes you like to retest that value area high or even the POC. What did Dogecoin literally do here? Came down, tested the value area high, tested the POC, absolute moonshot, right? Well, I wouldn't say moonshot, but big pump, right? So let's continue on here, right? So next levels I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. I know this is crazy with the whole Elon Musk thing, right? Especially if it's like the official decision in yet, guys. Can someone update me on that? I'm not sure if the official update is in. Like, who won? Was it Trump? That could also be like if something crazy happens. I think it's like overwhelming. I think they like some news stations. I think we're already calling it. But imagine we get some kind of crazy black swan like that. Like, obviously Trump's pro crypto, right? So that's what the markets would like that. But we got some crazy thing like they counted wrong tomorrow. It's like, actually, Kamala's, that could be a huge thing. 95% Trump. Good God. That is crazy. That is, yeah, I was looking at the numbers. I was like, oh, my God. Like, Bitcoin's ripping. He's crushing the numbers. I'm like, and he just kept climbing up, and Bitcoin just kept falling. It was like almost a direct correlation. Let's see. No confirmation yet, but leaning Trump at the moment. Okay, yeah. Interesting. I mean, I have to say this, guys. If something crazy were to happen, it will affect the market for sure. We saw how, he starts winning, you see the pump to the upside. If he starts losing or out of nowhere, right? Like the whatever. I'm really not a big politic guy. Like whatever, like the big like electoral, the ones that have the more electoral votes, like those. I don't know. I haven't really been following it, to be quite honest with you guys. It's crazy. A lot of people probably think I say that to try to keep it neutral on the like for the brand. I'm not a big politic, guys. I'm not a big politic guy, guys. And that is the truth. That is the hard truth. But anyway, all I know is that, or what I do know for a fact is that the markets will like a Trump election. Like, the markets will absolutely love that. If Kamala gets, and here's the thing, right? I talked about this earlier today. I don't think the long-term effect is really going to be that big of a deal. If Kamala did swoop in and grab it at the end, probably a short-term absolute nuke, right? Dump to the floor. Not to the floor, but like a very, very bearish short time frame price action, right? Short-term price action to the downside. But after the dust settles, after things settle down, I don't think it's going to affect the long-term bull market. I don't think it's, it's not like when the bull market's canceled or anything like that if she wins. But I do think it will be bearish right away, for sure, right? Just like we saw, Trump starts pulling away, right? Bitcoin flies. And that's obviously because Trump has been very vocally pro-crypto, right? And I believe the person he's trying to replace Gensler with, they call her the crypto mom or something, the mother of crypto or something, which would be super crazy. But yeah, let's see. Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. Shout out to Golden, bro. Absolutely. And that's why I don't really pay attention, right? I I mean, even on Bitcoin, like things kind of looked mixed earlier today. If you guys watched the live stream, we were in the long and the short, just waiting for one to get stopped out. But at the end of the day, we're long from the bottom here. Not here. Long from the bottom here, the local bottom on Bitcoin before the big move. And that was based off all charts, not based off of who I thought was going to win the election, which is crazy. But anyway, take a look at Dogecoin, guys. We have cracked, as you guys know if you watch the live streams, this level here, 16 cents, was the biggest doorway to higher prices. And we have now cracked that level. And I know the Elon Musk news thing is kind of huge right now. And I'll be honest, if Trump gets the win, Dogecoin's probably going to moon. So, if we get that, we flip this level to support. Now, again, like we're above it temporarily right now. This is a nice thrust through. We like that big thrust, big power thrust, if you will. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Look at that level, guys. TA is magic. It is magic. Doorway to higher prices, break above, flip it to support, bing bong. Was this based off news, or is it because we flipped the value area low to support, and we know that value area low is the doorway to higher prices? Like, if this does not sell volume profiles on people, I don't know what will. That's your doorway to higher prices. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Now, yeah, this is your key level support now. You're back. Now you're back within your macro range. This is actually very nice to see for Dogecoin. As long as you hold above that value area low, I would be looking for a wiggle up to the POC, right? Could you come down and retest the value area low? Sure. Is there going to be noise? Probably. But, next stop would be POC of the range, 26 cents. Flip that to support. Look up towards the value area high, 38 cents. That's what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. Not looking too shabby. 90-minute money flow, crossed over into the green. Daily green dot is confirmed. Not printing. I would rather see that printing rather than confirmed. But, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 6 hours is medium time frame money flow. Again, very volatile week. But, yeah, money flow is a little chopped up on the medium time frames. Coming up into the green, back into the red. A little bit suspicious. But, yeah, this is a nice move inside this volume profile. This is the range we want to be in. And, again, it all comes down to, let me show you guys this when it comes to other altcoins. We've been talking about this a lot. Talking about this a whole lot. Accumulation range, breakout, retest of the highs or the POC, big move up, right? Break into your upper range, go to the POC, go to the high. This is what we saw happen on Bitcoin. I know I show it all the time, but I'm going to show it again. That's your volume profile. We come up, we hit our head on the value area low. That's really your value area low. Hit your head. Here's your accumulation. You break out, retest the high, or I'm sorry, you break out, retest the high or the POC. I can actually look at it for you. Let's pull it. It really depends. This was kind of a wonky range, to be honest. If you were to pull it, something like that, or I would probably, yeah, or maybe even actually, that's really your only really sound range. But then you lost it a little bit, and then you break out, you retest, and then you get the bigger breakout. But for the most part, right, you have your lower range, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. You break out, value area low tap, value area low tap, break in, fill the whole range, right, and then beyond. Dogecoin. Looking somewhat similar here, right? Accumulation, whoops, right? Are you guys seeing the same formation? I know I cover this a lot. Accumulation, breakout, retest, looked a little different, but now we're coming on in to that value area low. Let's see if we can fill that whole range. Same thing on a lot of these altcoins. TIA was another one. TIA was another one. Get a nice little bounce from the downside, from the drop here. This is your accumulation. Break into the range, come to the high, break out of this range. This is an area of value. This is your next area of value, right? Or your larger area of value. Break out of here, you're going to get gravitated towards this range. Flip this to support, looking to fill the whole range, right? Same thing on Ethereum. Ethereum's in the same exact situation. Accumulation, upper range. Break out of here, flip that level to support, looking to fill that whole range. That's where things get fun. When you get above these doorways to higher prices, a lot of coins are set up in this exact same scenario. So keep that in mind. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. I only vote for BTC. Yeah, shout out to Golden. Let's go. Yeah, Doge is snapping. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, shout out to Crypto Capone said I'm stiff. Oh, God, I guess that's what we get with a late night stream, guys. Let's see. 193 to 216. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. It's getting close. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh God. Oh God. And I'll be honest with you guys, it is hilarious, right? Because like again, I just kind of choose to remove myself from that stuff because I honestly just don't have the time. I like it is what it is. Whoever gets in, gets in, right? Obviously, Trump is pro crypto, but what I'm worried about here is my biggest concern here with the win is honestly what Bitcoin's going to do right now, right? If Kamala takes that win, pew. Hopefully not, but that's what I would assume, right? That's kind of what I would anticipate, right? And to be quite honest, if you like to think about how the market likes to fake people out, we did have this liquidity. If this winds up being another bearish close on the weekly, back inside here, and we have FOMC tomorrow. I mean, we got a lot of stuff that could happen here. So yeah, I'm not really trying to make any super big predictions, to be quite honest, because anything can happen with the news that we're seeing right now. Let's see. The first move is the fake move. Yeah, could be. Can't believe they haven't called Georgia for Trump yet. Yeah, that is yeah, I mean, living down here, I will say, you see a lot more Trump supporters than you do Kamala supporters. The Kamala supporters are on the street corners a lot more. But you see a lot more Trump flags. You see a lot more Trump bumper stickers down here. But you definitely see a lot of Kamala people like out, not protesting, but like holding signs and stuff, which is interesting because I would never thought. I'm from New York, right? I would have expected that in New York. I would not have expected that down in Georgia. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Yo, Goldavelli said my wife is about to beat my all-time. Oh, beat my ass. Shout out to Goldavelli. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. We got 332 likes. Golden wants to give away more memberships for 420 likes. Let's see if we can hit it. We're gonna hop off here in about 10 minutes, guys. Hey, shout out to Basto says New York. I will say, guys. I think when you move out of a state, right, I think you are somewhat jaded, right? Like I always say, like, oh, man, like everyone wants to go to New York, and I'm like, I don't understand why. It's definitely because I'm jaded. I'm from there, right? But I will say, guys, there are some things I miss about New York. And, people tend to be, people think that people in New York are rude, when in reality, they're just authentic. And I had to get used to that being in other places. Like, not everybody is as authentic. Like, if someone doesn't like you, they'll just be nice to your face. Which, I'm not saying I run around, like, just being mean to people. I don't, if I don't like them, I always try to keep it cordial. But, like, yeah, like, people just, like, you'll never know if you're pissing someone off because they don't tell you. In New York, you're like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, it's just so much more upfront. It's almost like a respect kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird down here. Like, people, yeah, I don't know. I thought, it's like people are nice to you, but you can't tell if they're being passive-aggressive or not. I don't know. But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, shout out to Goldavelli. Shout out to Golden said Randy left New York. Did she? Where'd she go? I want to say she probably went to Florida for some reason. I don't know why. The Bronx, where you at? Shout out to Noob Dude. Yeah, shout out to Noob Dude. Yeah, like that you're never gonna kill the New York in me. It's and I'll be honest, like it took leaving New York to realize how much of like my actual being is like from where you're from. It's like I never really realized how New York I was until I moved to somewhere that wasn't New York. Say the word coffee or draw around somebody, and they're like, "What'd you say? Open the what? Open the draw? What's a draw?" I'm like, "It's a drawer," and I was like, "What?" Anyway, yeah, coffee got some too. Coffee. I feel like I'm probably like lose my accent the longer I'm down here. Let's see. Sydney, Australia. Yo, you guys low key got the goated accent. FOM. Yo, you mean iron? I want to leave, but I can't. Too much family here. Shout out to Basto. Basto, we got to stick together, bro. New York bros for life, dude. But yeah, it is funny, guys. I go back to New York, or like sometimes I just talk to Mrs. Candles, and like the New York comes out. Like me and Mrs. Candles be alone in our house, just scream talking to each other. People would think we were fighting, but we're just talking. Like, can you believe this happened? Oh my God, what the? And it's like the New York comes out. But then when I'm around like people down here, I feel like it just like it kind of goes down. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Akira Project said, going to work. Is this a morning session? Yo, shout out to Akira. I guess a morning session for you. It is almost a morning session for me. Yo, shout out to Greeny. Yo, thank you for the super chat, bro. Said, Frankie, it's my birthday. I am dying from alluvium. Help. Yo, shout out to Greeny. Well, first off, happy birthday, bro. From Frankie Candles to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. I hope you have a great day. And I don't know if it's the end of the day or the beginning of the day for you. But yeah, happy birthday, bro. And are you dying because you're in a short, or are you dying because you're hoping this thing can recover? I assume you want it to recover. And I'll tell you this. You are getting some potential. This is not printing just yet, but you are getting some potential bull divs on the 5-day here. So long term, this would likely not give you big moves like I'm not saying it's going to give you a move up right now. That 5-day bull div prints could be nice. 4-day bull div looking to print as well. 3-day bull div looking to print. 2-day bull div is printing. Excuse me. 2-day bull div is printing. So maybe you can come on, get out of here. Money flow on the 2-day also starting to work its way up. Let's see you got to let these higher time frames work themselves out, right? If you start printing those bull divs, that would be a good sign. You want to see those green dots on the 4-day, 5-day, maybe even the 6-day. Weekly, you don't really, maybe even the weekly bull div you can get as well if you get that green dot. But you need to see it print. It's a little too soon to call that just yet. Daily, green dot is printing. Let's check that 90-minute money flow. Yeah, 90-minute money flow crossing into the green. If you're going to get a continuation up here, this 90-minute money flow crossover into the green with that daily green dot could be the thing to do it. So yeah, we'd be looking for that trend, that 90-minute to continue the trend to the upside, right? Not going to be up in a straight line, but you might be able to continue that uptrend if that 90-minute money flow crosses over with this green dot printing. So yeah, that is doesn't look too bad. See the 4-hour. Yeah, you don't have any. I guess you do have a bull div down here. Yeah, I mean, again, with the volatility, depending on what happens with FOMC this week, we'll see what happens. But yeah, you are getting a 2-day bull div is technically printing. Hey, shout out to Daniel Wright. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Said at SEMA in Vegas all week, so hard to keep up with the charts, the cars, and the political situation going bonkers. Yo, shout out to Daniel Wright. Hey, bro. Enjoy Vegas. Enjoy Vegas, bro. It's okay. It's okay. The charts will be there when you get back. And, hey, you can always tune into the live stream. I'll give you those quick updates on the market updates as well. So shout out to Daniel Wright. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Have fun in Vegas. And, yeah, don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. The charts will be here when you get back. Don't you worry. Shout out to Crypto Owl. Says, thank you for sharing the wisdom. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you for being here. That is one of the biggest 4-hour candles I have seen ever. Yeah, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. What was it like on the 4? I mean, the Bitcoin's even bigger. Insane. Let's see. Do we have any more kind of, yeesh. Let's see here. Yeah, this is like one of those things that, like, you know, depending on what happens with this election. Yeah, we'll see here. We'll see here. Like, you know, maybe we get that news. Oh, no. I don't know. But I will say the bullish case here, guys, daily green dot printing with your 90-minute money flow crossover. That 90-minute money flow crosses over into the green. If it does, it is going to be a likely continuation of the upside in my book, to be quite honest with you guys. So, am I going to trade, Frankie? Shout out to CFO. I think that's what that says. Shout out to CFO. Hopefully I said that right. I am in a trade, still holding the long position of about 2.2K from the bottom here. I already have a bunch of money locked in on this, so it's, again, a small portion of that trade. It's only a $20,000 position. I believe this was a $70,000 position to begin with. But, you know, once we came up to the first TP that we were looking at on that trade, I took a bunch off, and then I held the winner in case it was going to run. And here we are with that big running trade on Blowfin. If you guys want to check out any of our exchanges and potentially, or not potentially, if you use our exchanges, you will get access. Shout out to the premium Discord. You guys will get access to the dining room if you use any of our links. If you already signed up with our affiliate links, you guys will get access to the dining room where we do post premium TA once a week. It's like a free trial to the premium Discord. If you're interested, it's totally free, especially if you're already on our links. You already get access. Come to unlock access. Read the instructions. It'll tell you how to get in. And yeah, Themex, Blowfin, MEXC, BingX, any of those affiliates will get you in. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate you guys coming out late night and spending some time with us here for that all-time high celebration. Shout out to Rag Capital says almost a 90% win rate. Actually, I do want to talk about that. Shout out to Rag Capital. I want to shout you out, bro, because Rag Capital's been in the premium Discord for a while now, and he has been taking our information that I am teaching in that Discord and putting it to good use with a nice 25x, 131% gain here on a Bitcoin long with Frankie Candles. Thank you so much, guys. 111 trades, 99 winning closed orders, 89% hit rate. Now, shout out to Rag Capital. I don't know how many of those were my setups, how many of them were your own. I don't want to take credit for that, but this is what we teach in the Discord, guys, and Rag Capital took that information and made use of it, just like a lot of other people are doing in the Discord, and we had to show him some love, bro. He's crushing it. Shout out to him. If you guys want to get into the Discord, link in the description down below. Shout out to Rag Capital. Shout out to Bitcoin for making, fire. It's insane. People always say, what is your win rate? To be honest, guys, I used to keep track of that stuff before my life was completely insane. Now it's very, very hard for me to keep track of. I want to try to find a software that tracks all the exchanges, but I always have problems with the APIs connecting. But at the end of the day, it's all tracked in the Discord. Maybe we'll pay somebody to go in there and go check check the win rate. But shout out to Rag Capital out there crushing it. And I don't want to take that credit, bro. You're out there doing the work, whether they were my setups or not. You're putting in the work. You're applying what we teach, and you're taking the trades. You have the confidence to take the trades, the discipline, the mindset to do it. So shout out to you. Shout out to Golden for gifting all those memberships. I thank you so much, bro. Thank you for all the support. Rodrigo, everybody who gifted memberships, all the super chats. Thank you so much, guys. And I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. I think I hear Mrs. Candle screaming. I gotta go. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.